Welcome back to Table Talk. I would like to welcome Mr. Joey Clark, who serves on the Fair Board for the Warren County A&L Fair. Welcome, Joey.
Thank you.
It's fair time in Tennessee.
It is.
We have set up for several fairs already and excited that the Warren County Fair is up next on the schedule. So tell us about all of the preparation that's going into the fair.
Well, the fair is really a year-long affair, and I think a lot of people don't realize that, but we never really stop, for lack of a better term. Really, it's something that takes an entire year worth of preparation. We typically begin planning the featured entertainment and things like that. We typically begin that in January, and then usually around April, every Saturday you'll see Fair Board members out there. So there's constantly something that's really taking place behind the scenes to make sure that the fair and the fairgrounds stay up, stay maintained, and stays going. So it's something we never really stop. It's just that what you see for 8 or 9 days in September is the culmination of all of that takes place. And then by the time the fair is over with, we do the tear down, and then we finish tear down just in time to start again. So it never really stops.
Yeah, I guess so. Fair Board is a big commitment. I'm looking at your fair book for this year, and the volunteer list is huge. How do you organize all of this, or tell me about your volunteers?
We're very fortunate. We have people literally from all walks of life that volunteer in the fair, specifically the core group of probably 24 volunteers. And we're very fortunate in that regard. Everybody brings something to the table with their work background and their talents. So we do a lot of our own in-house work, everything from wiring to plumbing to maintenance to construction. We do all in-house. So we have Fair Board members that have that sort of background and they have that talent, and they donate it to the cause. And it's for that reason that we're able to do the things we're able to do with the budget that we have, because people donate their time, their talents, and in many cases their own money and resources to make sure it keeps going.
Well, and they're taking, I'm sure, their week's vacation. Most of them are not retired. They're all working.
As my dear Uncle Wayne says, the fair only comes once a year. So we all come spend a week at the fair. That's our vacation.
Well, we sure appreciate that. I was out there last Saturday, and it was just buzzing with vehicles, and I saw Steve Grandy working on some kind of electrical something, and they were practicing for the Fairest of the Fair pageant. So it's already, a week prior, just very busy.
Well, it's kind of a joke amongst us. We'll be out there working on Saturdays in April, and if we open the gates, invariably there will be a half dozen cars drive through in the course of a day's time. They drive by and people see the fair gate open. They say, "Oh, I have to go in there and I have to go see what's going on." So it's almost become a joke. If you open the gates, they come.
That's great. Well, everybody loves it. So let's talk about the schedule coming up for this year. What all do we have to look forward to?
In many ways, it's much of the same that we've had, and we try to build on it every year. Our feature days still remain the same. We're still starting the carnival on Monday. Our carnival, once again, is going to be provided by Kissel Entertainment. Great company. It's one of the premier carnivals in the nation, really. We're going to continue our relationship with them. We've been very pleased with them. The first year they came, I think it was about 3 years ago, we got so many compliments on the carnival, just from people saying, "Wow, it looks clean, it looks neat," and they really put a lot of work into that. So we're going to have them again this year. A lot of the same activities were going to take place on our side of it, because a lot of people don't realize that the carnival is provided by a third-party vendor, so the Fair Board really does everything that's on what we consider that side of the gates. So we have many of our same feature days again. Carnival opens on Monday. Tuesday we're going to have, I got to check my schedule. Tuesday, Senior Citizens Day. So I have many of the same things. We're going to try to build on that as well. We're working with TDOT to have a Yellow Dot registration that's set up. If anybody's not familiar with that, you can check it out online. It's the Yellow Dot program that TDOT puts out for senior citizens in terms of medical information and things like that in their vehicle. So we're working to hopefully have that going. Wednesday is going to be Special Needs Day. That's something that we work every year to provide in conjunction with Kissel Entertainment. So we have a great group that makes sure that special needs folks get to enjoy the fair just as well as the rest of us do. Thursday, our featured entertainment is going to be the Kentucky Headhunters. They'll be there. I skipped Wednesday. I'm sorry. Wednesday night, we're going to have a gospel concert by Jonathan Wilburn. He was actually just recently, if I'm not mistaken, inducted into the Gospel Music Hall of Fame. So it's a pretty big deal there. He'll be there Wednesday night at 7. Thursday, then, we'll have Noah Smith and the Kentucky Headhunters. Also, Noah Smith begins, I think it's at 5:30, and the Kentucky Headhunters go on at 7. Friday is, of course, Kids Day. That's probably our biggest day. It kicks off that morning about 9 o'clock is when the crowd will get there, and they'll go to midnight. So we have a ride special that day, along with some kids' activities that are going to take place inside the main arena in front of the grandstands. We're working every year. We try to expand this as well. We have a kids' health and safety activity that takes place. We'll have Sequatchie Valley comes and does a high voltage demonstration. Tennessee Highway Patrol usually comes. We do fingerprinting. We're working with various organizations to have a lot that takes place inside the ring that day. Finish up on Saturday. We'll wrap it up. And then that'll be it. That'll be the fair.
Be time to
So
clean
it'll
up
be time
again.
to clean up. It's a long week and a fast week all at the same time. So
I understand.
You blink and it's over.
Being in the line of work I'm in, the fair is a big part of what we do at each of the territories that we have an office in. So I'll be right there with you. Probably not as much as you will be.
Well, that's
but-
okay. That's okay.
So let's talk about, let's see, Monday night we didn't touch on, well, actually this Friday night starts the preteen Fairest of the Fair pageant. The pageants are kind of like one of the biggies. Everybody just really looks forward to all the little pageants.
Pageants are a huge draw. We start with the preteen Fairest of the Fair on Friday night. Monday is the big one, that's Fairest of the Fair. Tuesday we'll have the Little Fairest of the Fair. And then I think it's Wednesday we have the baby show at 3:30. The baby show is actually not put on by the Fair Board, that's put on by the American Association of University Women. But we try our best to have something that most everybody can participate in as best we can. So.
Right, and going back to, I guess, the school day activities, I noticed you have a scavenger hunt that's kind of planned that day, and there's lots of things, sounds like, that goes on school day other than just riding the ride.
Absolutely. There again, we try to make it positive and educational for as many people as we possibly can and all inclusive. Petting Zoo will be open that day. Petting Zoo is a huge draw for us. The scavenger hunt is always a big draw, and it's really funny. You'll when you meet to participate in the scavenger hunt, they'll give you the little list of things that you have to do. So one of the things typically is get your picture made with a fireman. So for about 2 hours that day, I have just random people coming up, I need my picture with you.
You become a star.
I become a star for about an hour and a half, somewhere in there. So, but we try our best to make sure that everybody can come out and enjoy the fair and really participate in it and gain that sort of enrichment without just, and don't get me wrong, we want you to come and we want you to enjoy the rides, but what we try to get across to everybody is there's really something for everyone at the fair. There really
well,
is.
And the keystone that we sometimes forget, agriculture, livestock. You guys do a fantastic
Absolutely.
job at highlighting those things. Everybody loves walking under the grandstands
Sure.
and seeing all the great exhibits. I know Fairfield Village is a star. I guess we can look forward to some of the same things going on there
Much of that
as well.
will be taking place. The grist mill is going to be running this year. We'll have the blacksmiths once again. They'll be working. Like you said, a lot of the agricultural things will be taking place. And there again, that's something that we're really proud of in that we are truly a free fair. You can come out and you can participate in the fair. You can go to all the shows. You can participate in all the educational activities. You can have a full and enriching day at the fair and never spend a dime. So that's something that we're really proud of, to be able to offer that, not just as recreation, but really as a community service, because like you said, there are a lot of educational things that take place there as well. So
Right.
it's really a big deal for our community.
It's a star attraction, I guess, for anybody coming to this,
Sure.
this area. Our fair always is.
Oh, and we draw so many people. Invariably, we have people that will come to the fair, and of course, they've never been here before, so they ask us questions. Last year, I got stopped by people that were from as far away as Murfreesboro and Nashville that came to our fair.
Yeah.
And it's almost a given in Warren County. The fair just kind of is a staple and a way of life. But once you get away from our rural setting, there are a lot of people that really don't understand the fair.
Right.
So we have a lot of first-time visitors, and we draw from a lot of surrounding counties. People from Grundy County, DeKalb County, Coffee County, they come to enjoy our fair. So we're really blessed to be able to have that sort of participation.
You're right. We tend to take our agriculture for granted, but
granted.
a lot of people really appreciate that.
Sure.
So let's talk about what is the staple of the fair food.
Fair food. Absolutely.
That is what everybody looks forward to, going
Absolutely.
and getting a good lunch and a good dinner. Any new booths in the food area?
To be fair, I do not handle the booth rentals or anything like that. That's
Uh-huh.
done by my Uncle Wayne Davenport. I don't handle that, but as far as I know, we don't have any major changes in that regard. The only thing that I've heard for sure is that Fairview is coming back, as far as I've been told, and they're going to be running their booth again, so we're all really excited about
all
that.
right.
But
Well,
it's absolutely
everybody-
a staple. You got to come and you got to eat a Fair burger.
That's right. That's right. Whatever booth. I think we usually end up going several nights, and we just take a turn and
Wherever
try
you can get
out
a seat.
Yes, that's right. That's right. That is the key
Wherever
thing
you can get a
is
seat.
getting a seat at those. So we can look forward to all the rides and the games,
Absolutely.
and appreciate all of the volunteer work. The Youth Fair Board, as I had said, I was out there, and they were working hard last Saturday, as was kids of the community scrubbing the grandstands. I thought, wow, they actually wash and clean those
Absolutely.
grandstands.
That is
So
that's a chore. You wouldn't think it, but it really
was.
is.
Those
They
kids
do a
were
great
working
job.
really hard on that, and then we look forward to the volunteer fire departments are always there and showing a good presence.
Sure.
So we really just appreciate everything that you all do, and understand the commitment that the board makes to bring that to our area. So
Well, we're fortunate to be able to do it. We all really enjoy it. There's kind of a culture that goes into being on the fair board, so it's very much a family experience.
I would say so.
we
And
really
a lot
enjoy it.
of you have been volunteering for many, many years.
I actually married into it. I met my wife at the fair.
Excellent.
She's on the fair board as well, and my father-in-law is actually the president, so I kind of married into it, and when I married into the family, I became part of the fair. So
Well, we appreciate that.
it's been a central part of my life.
Well, we appreciate you coming to
Well,
the
thank you
show
very much
today.
for having me. We appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Joey, for volunteering and giving us information about the fair. Come right back as I join local author Diane Berger. That coming up next on Table Talk.